The National MS Society's vision is a world free of MS. We are proud to share these inspiring stories of our Bike MS champions with you. This is why we ride and fundraise.
Hi, I'm Matthew Gonzalez. In 2014, I began experiencing what I never knew would change my life forever. Blurred vision, hearing double, as if two speakers were on, feeling like I'm spinning like we would when we were kids, spinning at a park and to look up at the clouds laying down and just the world spinning all the way around. Those were feelings that I had waking up from just a nap. My face was numb. I lost feelings in my feet. I didn't know what was going on. I went to the doctor and they thought that I had an ear infection or some ear issues, and that wasn't the case. It looked like I had a stroke, so I went to the hospital and I stayed there, not able to feel my legs, not able to move the side of my face. And then I was told that I had something that was a demyelinating disease. I have multiple sclerosis. At that time, that was a relief because I had been told that it was possibly a brain tumor or a stroke. And they said I have multiple sclerosis. Oh, I can live with that. I have a life again. I'm not going to die. Those are things that I initially remember thinking to myself, feeling like I can get through this. I was released from the hospital and I went home still trying to figure out what this meant for me now. At that time, I worked for a local EMS agency, and I was used to helping others. You call, we're gonna be there to help you, your family member. Saving lives is what we do. And during this time, I couldn't do anything for myself. I couldn't walk. I couldn't shampoo my own face or hair without getting anything into my eyes. It was a very difficult time. It was a very challenging and changing time for me. I'm blessed that I have been able to come as far as I have. In 2015, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And I was told that I was never going to be able to work in my profession again. I was told that I might not work again because I couldn't walk, I couldn't do things, couldn't see things. I could barely hear things because of the double hearing that I was having. That was the hardest thing to ever hear. It's like your life is ripped away from you. Luckily, I experienced these symptoms hard and fast and quick. I say luckily now. Back then, there was no luck to it. But typically, the symptoms that I was experiencing don't happen as quickly. People experience symptoms for years without even knowing they have MS. This happened within a couple months for me. Luckily, because it happened within that couple of months, my doctors were able to aggressively treat me. And I was able to get my normalcy back. Slowly but surely, I was able to walk and be steady on my feet. And my mind and dizziness became more centered. I remember going back to my doctor trying to get a work release so that I could go back to full duty. And she seemed promising that it could happen because we've already improved from the time that she told me I wasn't going to work again, but I still had to pass some of her tests. I passed them, and I was able to get back into the field. I've been doing so good since the treatment and the doctors, and I'm thankful for so much of the research that they've been able to do, because it has been able to give me my life back. So much so that I used to work for an EMS agency in a surrounding area. And 2 years after my diagnosis, I went to my doctor asking her to sign a paper that released me and said that I was capable of performing the job functions of a firefighter. And in 2018, I actually achieved my dream of becoming a firefighter for my city. Determination and the skill that the doctors have and the research for MS has helped me recover and gain the normalcy of my life back. Now today, I always get the little MS hugs where some of my hands or my arms, part of them are numb, tingling as if my arm had fell asleep. That's the best way I could describe it to somebody who doesn't have MS. It's like your arm's asleep, but sometimes it's your whole arm, sometimes it's just half, the inner or the outer. Sometimes when I walk, I get a little push of being off balance, and I take a stagger step and I'm like, whoa, I'm okay. And those are the little reminders that I get that I still have MS, and that's okay, because I'll take those small little reminders instead of not being able to function. Working as a firefighter, there's often hot heat and fire and flames and fatigue, and all of those things exist. So if I say I'm tired, everybody else is tired too. The battles that I've endured in myself is that I can get fatigued, or I am tired and fighting that battle all the time, whether I'm at work, whether I'm at home, and I push through it. I try to push through so that it's not a factor and doesn't define who I am, because everybody gets tired and everybody feels fatigue. But this is completely different. It's a battle within yourself daily to keep pushing and going when you feel you have no energy or strength. And you don't show it, you just keep going. Some of the things that motivate me today is knowing that I have multiple sclerosis, and it doesn't have me like it could. I have it, and I overcome it every day. There's so many people that I know that do have it, and the battles and struggles that they go through daily are amazing. I know some that can't walk, some that can't stand, And that drives me more to know we have something very similar. We have the same thing that affects us completely different. I'm still able to do all these things, but they can't. And that motivates me to keep pushing. A lot of the times I find myself pushing because I know others can't go and do the things that I can. I'm lucky and blessed to be in the position that I am while still fighting multiple sclerosis.
To reach a world free of MS, it will take all of us. Our time, our energy, our resources. Together is the only way forward.